tried to do that like LA Night, but you totally stole my joke. I was gonna do the "Are you ready?" when you undid the mic, but you did it before me. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's Hobby Night live stream. We are still unpacking, but we're in a different room today because we have something very different to unpack. It's all of our precious, painted, beautiful miniatures. So I have them in these wonderful carrying cases. You may have seen me talk about these carrying cases as I was moving. I really like them. We magnetized all of the bases. Although we didn't magnetize, while I magnetized everything, I didn't make it permanent on all of the miniatures. I am still going to do that permanently later on down the line, but we were cutting it close to when we had to move, and so I kind of half-assed it, and I didn't actually use the UV resin on half of them. So as we get into some of the other miniatures in here, we're going to start with the ones that I do.
You can't break kayfabe! You can't let them see behind the curtain!
I'm sorry!
My God.
I'm sorry! I was lazy, and I just had to own up to it. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, so the point today is to unbox all these and actually deal with them, because I don't want them continuing to just sit against the banister that I have that is against where my stairwell is and taking up unnecessary space. So I figured we'd empty these containers, get them back into the lovely glass containers that I have here, which I do need to grab a little bit of Windex for, so I'm gonna scoot off camera for just 2 seconds. I swear it'll be fine. It's just gonna be 2 seconds, but it's in the other room. I need to go grab it. Hold on. I'm still here. You can still hear my voice. I'm here. Oh shit, where is it? Wait, why is my Windex not in where I thought it was? Is it in here? Where's my Windex? It should have been in here. Maybe I brought it into the bedroom. I don't know where my Windex is. And that's the one thing I forgot to grab. Holy moly. My day is ruined. What? I am entertaining. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, but the whole actual point is hello to everybody in chat, by the way. I see that there are a lot of you. There were 22 people waiting. You guys blow my mind. That is...
It's up to 40.
Is it up to 40? Wow! Okay, well, hello, everybody.
Yes, you better do a good job.
All right, I'm going to do a great job. I'm going to do a great job unboxing these miniatures as soon as I figure out where the glass cleaner is, because I need to clean the glass on these. But I did find all of my plastic containers that I'm going to be using to hold them. So you can find these, I actually think we bought these ones off of Amazon, but you can find a huge variety of these a lot of different places. Daiso is a really nice place to get some inexpensive ones if you guys are familiar with Daiso. I wonder if Miniso would have some as well. But these basically work really well as little shelves. And the nice thing that I like about them, I think I can illustrate it here. So I got this wee old orc, right? He's kind of tall. He's got he's got his arm raised, but it's got a pretty decent amount of height. So you can just put a variety of miniatures in there, including this is a.
I found this.
That will work.
Show that to the camera.
He found the refill.
Where's the
bottle? Where's the spritz bottle? I don't know. I literally had it and used it earlier today. Is it in the laundry room? Perchance.
Too many rooms.
We have too many rooms now. But the thing that I was trying to show you is, so I have a manticore here, right? You may remember this from my magical hunt that I did, where I painted this on the channel ages. It feels oh yes, you found it. Perfect. It was in the laundry room. But even he, with his height, fits into this size plastic container. And because I'm putting this into another glass container that has a flat surface, it just stays pretty stable. Although you may have noticed, flip it around. So it does actually have wall hanging holes for both going vertically or horizontally. Although, unless you have really, really tall miniatures a lot, I don't see why you would want to necessarily hang it, horizontally. Like this. I don't see why you'd want to do this unless you had tall statue-like miniatures, where they had really tall staves or something, maybe. Maybe that's why you'd want to do it. But I really like these. So now that we have our glass cleaner, we can actually get to cleaning. Yes, some plastic crack unpacking, exactly. We're placing bets on how many get dropped? Oh, Marcus! That's terrible! I'm not gonna drop any of them. I hope. Oh my god, do not add to the betting! I'm already self-conscious of my clumsiness as it is. I don't need y'all betting on how many I'm gonna drop and ruin, okay? How rude. Alright, well, let me get to cleaning. Paper towels.
Want paper towels?
Oh, they're in the office. Yes, I would like paper towels, please.
Also, if statistics are to hold, the miniatures you will break and shatter into 1,000,000 pieces will be my miniatures.
Okay, that is
historically
true.
She always breaks mine.
I don't know why. It's not intentional. It's not intentional, despite...
To entirely drop character, I think it might be because, well, sometimes you just are clumsy with
I am extremely clumsy.
I was going to say maybe I don't glue them together as well, but then a lot of them that you've broken didn't break at glue points.
No, it's more just like I accidentally... My problem is I'm frantic sometimes.
You get jealous of my painting work.
I do. I get jealous of how good yours look, and I'm just like, I must destroy these. And that's what ends up happening. All right, I'm gonna try to bring... Can I bring you over here? No, I can't bring you quite that far, so I'm gonna bring you here, and I'll try to talk this direction as I clean the glass. But yeah, so I want to get these clean. I want to get these guys into these containers, because as you can kind of see off to the side here...
Closer?
No, actually, just if you could angle me a little bit this way, please. So, yeah, I think that works great, actually. Excellent. Yeah, and I have the microphone over here so that hopefully it's picking me up fine.
You sound great.
Oh, do I? Okay, can I put it back here for safety then? Okay, perfect. I was worried. I was worried that when I was turning away that I was just completely getting, like, drowned out. But, I think this is good. I'm gonna back you guys up just a second. How's that? Okay, yeah, that feels great. That feels awesome. And I have you open on chat over here. Fallen minis are meant to go to the blood god. I mean, that's probably accurate, but I feel like Fallen Minis would actually more go to... No, I guess you're right. I guess it would be to the Blood God. I was gonna argue that it should go to Nurgle because of, like, entropy and decay. And they, like, you say you're gonna fix them and then they never get fixed kind of thing. Because I feel like that's a thing that a lot of us do. I know I tend to, like, build them up until I have a certain number of them, and then I'm like, okay, now... I feel like I can pull out the glue and fix these. Although I have to get more glue because I don't have any just normal CA glue right now. And it's a problem. Because as I want to work with resin more, I should really have just standard CA glue. So I need to go like Harbor Freight or something like that and just like pick up some glue there. All right, let's get down here. Thankfully, I cleaned these a little bit beforehand, like before we moved. Looks like there was maybe like 1 or 2 trays that I forgot. But, tidying up. First one, done. Excellent. You know what? I do have plenty of little nano scarabs around. If only they actually... Imagine if miniatures were like Toy Story and they came to life, and if you actually had little scarabs, if they did what they were supposed to do lore-wise, and they did in fact go around and repair everything for you, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. I would love that. If only that were true. A girl can dream. I just found out today that they're making a Toy Story 5. Isn't that franchise about letting go? I think Disney needs to let the franchise of Toy Story go. What are they even gonna make it about? I don't know. It absolutely blows my mind. The bits box. Yeah, that is actually where they go to. They aren't corrupted, so they aren't corrupted to go to Nurgle. Wait. You don't have to be corrupted to go to Nurgle. You just have to, like, fall into entropy. You can be bursting with life and end up with Nurgle. This one looks almost okay. But we'll give it a spritz. Inside of this one, this door looks nasty. I don't know what my miniatures were doing. Oh my god, they were waging bloody combat. That's what happened. That's what I'm gonna definitely say happened to explain these smudges and not me just negligently not cleaning my doors. Don't judge me. When's the last time you cleaned your glass doors to your cabinets for your miniatures, huh? You tell me. Okay. That feels good. Warhammer Toy Story. I would watch that. I would definitely watch a Warhammer Toy Story. I feel like, wasn't that what Small Soldiers was? I feel like Warhammer Toy Story, like, they kind of did that, because you wouldn't be able to go... Oh my god! Yes! I do actually have so much Joy Toy that I need to put out. That will be a stream, eventually, of us putting out the Joy Toy. However, most of that is actually going to go on the wall right here that you can't... Well, you can kind of see it. You can... There we go. You can see it here. So we have this nice dark gray wall, randomly. And when we were coming in and talking to them about renting the place, they were like, "We hope you don't mind this dark wall." And my husband and I looked at each other and went, "Yeah, no, we totally love this wall. In fact, if you had more of this wall, that would have been even more cool to us because we're goth." And so we found a shelf that we really like. That gives us like very sort of portal / I get witchy vibes from it because it looks sort of half moon, like two half moons put together. Really, really cool design. I really like them. I'm hoping we can eventually get them relatively soon and get this set up against this wall because that's where I want to put all the Joy Toy, or at least a lot of them. Like I might end up putting some over here on these shelves too down the line, but I'm really feeling like a really cool display of them on this wall that's going to be against this one. Or this shelf that'll be against this wall, is what I meant to say. I just think that'll be really awesome. So I'm hoping that is how it's going to work out. Oh, these cabinets? These are unfortunately no longer available. IKEA used to sell them. I believe they were called the Deltoff. Is that what they were called? Yeah, so these are called the Deltoff. IKEA discontinued them. I don't know when, but it seems like it was relatively recently, like within the last year. So they don't sell them anymore, which is a shame because they have some like similar, but they're not exactly like this. And I think it's because they're just pure glass, basically. Like it's literally MDF top, bottom, and then it's just glass and a little bit of metal. I think like aluminum. And I think it's probably not cost effective. I bet they have probably problems with like shipping, possibly glass breaking or something. So they don't make them anymore. But you can find stuff that's very, very similar now on IKEA, on Amazon for about the same price that they used to sell these on IKEA. I'd recommend just shopping around on Amazon and seeing if you can find something very similar to it. Because yeah, you're just not going to find this specific one anymore unless you are, I guess, like on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or something like that, and you happen to be finding somebody who's selling their old one. But then you got to worry about, like, how did they put it together? Was it well? Because, I don't know, some people really struggle with IKEA furniture. I say as I rattle one of my shelves out here, maybe I should just take this out to make it. Go. Nice and clean there, buddy. All right. they made these ones still. So many people, whenever I post about them, whenever I show them in anything, they always get asked about. But yeah, they don't make them, unfortunately. Yeah, the glass sides do make the viewing very easy. You're right, Alex. I agree. I think Tactile Sun has a great point. You can totally find local furniture stores and probably find something very similar, which honestly might even work with like the vibe of your miniatures more, which I think is very fun to do. So definitely like shop around, go to like antique stores, because like you may not get this quite as modern of a look, because this is like an extremely modern design, right? But you could probably find something that might fit. Like if you got a lot of fantasy miniatures, you can find something with some nice wood trim, etc. Doing something cool, but still has the glass on the side so that and the front so that you can see through it and still get a good viewing of your models. But like I said, if you want something very similar to this, I don't really like shopping with Amazon, but I still do because it's convenient, and they do have stuff on there that's very similar. So just in case you're looking. No, I don't think I'll be going to the Lego event this weekend, unfortunately. Tomorrow we are going to be having a live stream right here on this channel starting at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or whatever I think that's, I don't remember what that is, BTS or EST, but like whatever your regional equivalent is, it'll be at that time. It's early in the morning for me. But we're going to be watching the Warhammer preview tomorrow. So I imagine that's going to be probably about an hour and a half is usually about how long those tend to go. And I'm starting mine a little bit early so that we can hang out and speculate on what we might actually be seeing. I do believe we are going to be seeing the miniatures for the cool trailer that I reacted to just an hour ago on the channel for the Kill Team model. So I do think we'll see those, but I imagine we're going to be seeing more than that. And I'm curious to see what it all is going to be and how disappointed and or not I will be with anything from the Imperium, because genuinely, Games Workshop is just dropping the ball when it comes to the new sculpts. Like, they just don't, like, they're fine sculpts if they weren't trying to sell them to me as Warhammer 40k models. Like, that's, I think, my problem with them. I don't even dislike the sculpts inherently as like, oh, the sculptors did a bad job, this is a bad design. It's not that. It's, what? Yeah, it's just that it doesn't look like the Blood Angels don't look like Blood Angels. The Inquisition doesn't look like what you've sold me the Inquisition to look like for 20 plus years. And that's my problem. Like, if they were making these and they were like, this is a brand new game system set in a completely different world, or an alternate, or we've jumped another 10,000 years into the future or whatever, and now they look like this, I'd be so much more accepting of it. But that's not what they're doing. And they're not even giving good lore reasons as to why some of these guys are even being primarified in the first place when they're fucking, like, the essence of Sanguinius. Why? Why is he primarist? Ugh, it's so disappointing. It's so disappointing. The new Cortez is also not good. I completely agree. Like, again, they just don't feel like Warhammer 40k models. And I can't help that the multi-million-dollar company has spent 30 some odd years, or whatever it is, it's like 20 or 30 years, telling me, this is what the 41st millennium looks like. Here is all of this artwork, all of this literature, all of these miniatures over decades and decades. This is our aesthetic. By the way, we're ignoring all of that suddenly. Screw everything we've told you for the last X number of years. It means nothing. This is what they look like now. That's what I feel like they've done, and that's what bothers me about it. That's what bothers me about it. Oh my god, yeah, Victorian display cabinets would be so cool. I could definitely see that working for some of, like, my fantasy miniatures especially. Like, that'd be so rad. Look at me just gabbing to you too much and not actually cleaning these shelves like I should be. Haven't even got to putting any miniatures in here yet. All right, let's get this one cleaned. Good, good, good. that actually looked the dirtiest when I was looking at them earlier today. I was like, ooh, I need to clean these. I wonder if I cleaned like 2 of them and then got really lazy on the 3rd and said, fuck it, I'll clean it later. That's what I'm thinking happened. And that later is now! Okay. Alrighty. Let me just move these out of the way. Have more space to work with. And we can go ahead and start getting some of these trays. Does this one actually fit? Good. Excellent. These are the ones that I was talking about that I got from Daiso. So there's those little stackable ones, and they also fit a fair number of miniatures in them. Really nice, and it works great for being able to just like display them vertically. I had to think about that for a moment. Vertically in the display cabinets. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, let's see. We can see all 3 on the, yes, okay, sorry. I just wanted to make sure that we could see all 3. What miniatures do I have? I want to start with the big boys. Get the big boys out of their trays first. Should I start with the small ones because I need to put them on the back portions? You know, I should probably start with the small boys. Okay, in that instance then, alright, I like how that is. I feel like I am actually missing some of my plastic display trays. Oh, you know what? I use some of them to transport stuff. Do I have those boxes up here? That's okay. I'll find those later. That's not a big deal. Because the ones. At least get one of these cabinets started. Go. Those back. Well, you have lots of little options for putting all of your miniatures on there. The big reason you're starting Age of Sigmar. I've heard mixed things about the Spearhead rules, but I'm glad to hear that you guys think that they're pretty good. Like, I haven't looked into them that much because it all came out around the move portion, and I was just like, not dealing with this right now. I have other things that I'm preoccupying my mind. But I really, really, really like the new Skaven models, and I've heard decent things about how the new system is playing. So, something I want to look into, because yeah, I have not been feeling 40k right now at all. Like, still love some of the older models. I am excited for Kill Team. Like, I am, if the Scions, the Tempest Scions, end up looking as they do in the trailer, where they have all of the gilding and there's all the decorum on them, I'll be a happy girl. But if they're like stripped down from even what they've shown us in that ad, that illustrates exactly the problem I'm having with Games Workshop right now. I'm optimistic that they're not going to be that stupid and do that. Good Lord, I hope they're not, because it would just be the worst. It would just genuinely, absolutely be the worst. I wouldn't even know how to deal with it. Yeah, they really are cutting corners. I think that's a really great way to put it. Okay, we need to get some models out. So the thing that's going to end up going into this cabinet is mostly the painted stuff. I've got a mix of fantasy, Warhammer 40k, and then Legion, and there might even be some Blood Bowl that ends up going in here. So I'm thinking what I'll end up doing is like doing... The way that I had it broken down before was fantasy, sci-fi, and then kind of like miscellaneous. Because the third one was added in because I had painted so much in the previous place that we just needed more space for displaying things. And I'm thinking I'm probably still going to do that. I want them. I want it to be against the wall. You know what? I'm gonna move these trays over. We're gonna start from like this side over and work from there. What we're gonna do. There we go. Grab our phones. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and start, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put the Death Guard up here, which is similar to what we did previously. And let me see if I can find which tray they're in. Ah, here's some of them at least. Actually, here's a lot of them. I found all the poxwalkers. Okay. Oh good, I can use the top of this to help. Perfect. Should I move you at all? I think you guys are fine where you are. Maybe we'll bring you a little bit closer. How's that? Yeah. I feel like that's pretty good. I've got chat open over here. I have 0 Shrek statues, I'm afraid. Not like, while I enjoyed the movie, not a like major Shrek fan. All right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna start with our Poxy boys because they can go into trays now. Ooh, honestly, you know what? Even though they don't have the resin on, it stuck pretty well. Like, this doesn't want to come out, so I'm just gonna leave it. That works for me. We're just gonna fill this entire back row with poxwalkers, I think is gonna be the plan. I really like the older plastic minis as well. All right, when they do have the stuff come off, I am gonna go ahead and just like clean up space for future puttying and what's the word I'm looking for? Magnetizing. It also started with an M, but I was like, mini? The word mini was just stuck in my head, and I was like, no, that's what the thing is. What am I doing to it? Magnetizing it. A lot of our stuff there. Oh, it's so nice to actually be getting these guys like back into a display case. Out. Everybody can go, ooh, at all those zombies. The dark green baby. They're holding hands. Well then. There. Buddy off. Perfect. Let's see, can I? I want to see. Going for a ride, chat. How's that? There we go. I like that. Now, I feel like I can look over here and towards my microphone. And I'm actually having a conversation with you a little more. This is great. This is perfect. All right, love it. I'll double check because I've got the stream open on my phone so that I can keep an eye on you, watching you, without having to have my computer directly nearby. But yeah, I think this looks pretty. gosh darn good. And I'm not really cutting off like the top of my head necessarily. Or am I? Okay, I guess I am. Okay, I'm gonna back myself up a little bit then. Hello, Overlord Tweak. You're folding some laundry while you watch the stream. Nice. Afterwards, you're gonna go work on your... Wait. The new hand for your unit broke off at the wrist. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hopefully it'll be an easy fix for you. Hopefully it gets fixed for you very quickly. I'm gonna back you guys up a little bit so I'm not cutting off the top of my head as much. There, how does that feel? Yes, that looks great. Huzzah! We did it. We fixed it, chat. Everybody give yourselves a round of applause. Do I know how many, or approximately how many miniatures INCC have? Or is it a lot? It's a lot. I could... Chaos Cultist just called out that he says it's thousands. But honestly, I wouldn't be able to give you a better or closer estimate than that. Thousands is definitely a close estimate, I think, because it's a lot. Like, because like especially if you're just considering, like literally behind you are more plastic miniatures. Like where the camera is right now, behind you is a bunch of terrain. And then there's stuff off to the side, and then there's a whole bunch over there, and then there's an entire closet, like big walk-in Harry Potter level closet. The one that I opened up the door to and Chaos Cultist was sitting in when I did the mini house tour of when we first moved. That is full right now of the unboxed, unopened miniatures. / model kits. But mostly miniature boxes. It's a lot. I have a lot. I have like thousands of minis. Alright, let's keep putting the miniatures away. I'm going to move this so it's not blocking you guys. You guys, I pointed over there as if you were in the corner. You're not. You are in the corner. I did put you in the corner, but not that corner. That corner. Poxwalkers. Here they are. This doesn't look right. Up to you. Oh, I'm kind of mixing into. Fine. What was I thinking using dark green as my border color and then also using a black? They look very similar. Very silly of you. Repaint. I want to come back to my Death Guard army actually sometime soon. So few of these have actually had their magnets pop off, even though they're not UV'd on, and I don't know what specifically like triggers them to pull out, but happens. Just what happens. Go. Bam. Little nerdling fella. As a piece. That poxwalker has the brightest white teeth I've ever seen. This guy, I need to yellow this man. No idea what that looks like. Can you see his little face? Waiting for it to pop up, for the stream to catch up. But I think, hopefully you saw it. Oh my goodness, I'll see what it looks like here. But oh my god, his teeth are so bright white. Alright, let's keep... You just picked up Warcry by Briar and Bones? Nice. Have you built any of it yet? Or is it one of those, like, I literally just got home from the store and haven't even done anything with it yet kind of purchases. I agree. Honestly, I really feel like a lot of GW's game systems outside of 40K are not suffering rules-wise right now. It's just Warhammer 40K that they're really struggling with, and I really don't get it. Like, I mean, I think I kind of do, because I really think it's more politically driven than anything else, in the sense that, like, they realize how maybe not friendly the 41st millennium is, and how maybe they shouldn't have told their community that there were no heroes. And even though they're really trying to make heroic characters and advances and stuff, I don't know. It's just so weird. W, why are you being so weird? Goodness, guys. That's looking good. I'll show you what this looks like here when I've got a little bit more put into the case. But I figure right now this should work. Literally just left the shop. Excellent. Which of the two factions in it are you most excited to build up and play with? And or just paint with? I'm sad they don't really do much for Underworlds anymore, I feel like. Or at least, like, not interesting things. I don't feel like I've seen a new set really, like, talked about in ages. Discontinued, like, officially. Oh, GW, of course GW's greedy. They're a business. They're a multi-million-dollar business. They're definitely greedy. Okay, should I... We're gonna split the pinky between the two rows. Save ourselves some space. We can fit even more of the army onto one shelf. I'm not actually convinced this thing. They do look really cool as just a giant mass of undead grinning faces on this shelf. It is pretty rad. The Bone Reaper is nice. Those should be fun to paint. Maybe I'll see if Meg can show me how to play Spearhead. I think she's been playing it on over on the Hobby Collab with the rest of the crew. Or at least they've been prepping for it as far as I've seen. There we go. Man, I have 4 dudes left. I'm just really make these shells feel like they're busting zombies. So many zombies. Epoxy. There we go. All right, let's show you real quick what we're looking like right now. All the epoxy boys in the row. Imagine that, marching towards you as an endless horde. So scary. They're not that scary. They're very colorful. They just want to hug you. You have nothing to worry about. Alright. Sit back up. think we're looking good there. Yes. Yes. Maybe, hold on. There we go. Okay. I think now we're good. Whoa, my goodness. Bumping into everything. This is what I mean when I say I'm a klutz. Okay. Let's, now that we've actually... we cleared our first tray. We've got, well, I mean, there's still some magnets stuck to it, but that's okay. That was expected. Some of them were bound to pop off. I didn't UV resin all of them. UV resin like half of them. Okay, now that we've got, I should have put the on the bottom. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna swap them. Yes. That was my impression of a poxwalker. I hope you liked it. Alright, I'm just gonna move them down to the bottom, because honestly, they're poxwalkers. I don't really care if they get sort of obscured by a bunch of other things, and I'd rather have my beautiful, lovely, darling plague marines be the focal point. So down a little bit. We'll go from there. I don't know why I didn't think of that prior. I should have. Because I'm a fool. Wish fool of a duck. Embrace the gifts of Nurgle. I do! I do! I try not to complain every time I get sick. I just go, it's Papa Nurgle's blessing. Batman, please. Get in there. Alright. Let's try this again. Top shelf. I don't really care if it's in the front or the yellow ones are in the front. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that they're in a nice little line and they're organized and they look like a giant mass of undead flesh. That's all we care about. That's the same sound you made a few times today at work. I'm so sorry, man. I am so sorry. Well, at least you're not at work any longer. Oh, I did workouts today and I'm feeling it in my arms, raising them just very slightly that I am to grab these miniatures. I am so out of shape. Okay. Okay. That is that. Just getting our pink. Yeah. I feel like I've put them already more efficiently into this case than I did the first time. And I don't know how I managed that, but I feel like I have. Let's... Yeah, I have so much more space now. It's the same size. What did I do? I probably spun them different. I probably made it so that their weapons, like, sat a different way, and I could fit, like, one more into the row than previously I was able to, and it just worked out better. Yeah, because we're not even going to need a triple stack them. We're just gonna be hate. Good little poxwalker. Doing as say. Marching forward and spreading Nurgle's gift with their pieces. Poxy. Bam! And we'll put the little Nurgling right there with them. Yay! Now the tray's actually clear. They're in a place where I'm happy with them. I'm gonna just put the tray back into the container for right now, even though it's still got stuff on it. Not miniature stuff, like magnets and plasticky stuff. And then we're gonna go ahead and get these Plague Marines starting to go into place. Now I have a absolute like ass ton of Marines. This is only a very small portion of them. I'm not sure where the other ones are. But as we're going through this, I wanted to call out specifically, I believe it's this guy, and oh, I don't actually know which one ended up being. I don't know which one it would have been as the third, but there was a point on the channel where I had painted. I have no idea if these are in focus. These guys. This one, I think I did in like 3 minutes or 5 minutes or something like that. This one, I did in, I think, 30 minutes. So not bad. He's very sloppy. But then the last one that I did, and the reason I don't know which one it is because I gave myself 3 hours to work on the last one. So it just kind of ended up looking like my other miniatures, and I genuinely could not tell you. I think it was this guy. I think it was this one. No, I don't think it was. But I think it was this guy, but regardless, it was an interesting challenge, and I might be something that I come back to. Maybe with Nids. Maybe doing it with Tyranids. Alright, because of that, because of their turkey nid. The two, not the other guy's normal. I still run, by the way, the sort of half-assed one, the one I do in like 3 minutes. I still run him in my army. He's just, he's really starting to decay. His color's starting to fade off. That's why he's got the bone white underneath. Okay, let's go ahead and get these guys. We'll put them in the back because they're kind of are less beautiful. So we can all judge very harshly. We'll also put them in order of fastest to next fastest. Beautiful. They're lovely. Yay! Just giving your Marines jump packs. They can settle themselves. There you go. Alright, let's keep... Ooh. Alright, so the chunkier boys don't seem to be holding their magnets quite as well. Like the heavier boys. I guess that kind of makes sense to me. Alright, let's get him out. Ooh, I dropped Putty. Putty on the floor. That's... You know, it's not as bad now because I have hardwood floors everywhere, but previously when I did that and I didn't realize, it was almost always a disaster because it was on carpet. Then the putty got mushed into the carpet. It's the worst. Alright. Let's get these guys into place. Just gonna start pulling the stuff off the bottom of them. They're really not holding on to them well. Their weight. You know, he may have been the 3-hour boy, actually, now that I look at him. Because he has, like, extra highlights on his armor. I think I spent a little extra time, because I was like, well... He didn't... I have so much more time on him than I did the other ones. I'm gonna really go for it. That's so nice. I miss 8th edition. Bringing out my poxwalkers and all of my, like, Death Guard really makes me edition. The good old days. I know a lot of people like miss like 4th or 3rd or 5th, and I think are kind of the more common ones I hear, but like 8th I really liked. I also just really enjoyed the Death Guard, and they were fully featured in 8th edition. That's why I have so many of them, actually, is because I bought every 8th edition starter set that they made. Just build up my forces, because it was honestly the cheapest way to do it. I don't know if that's still the same. If you were to buy one of each of the 3 like starter sets that Games Workshop tends to release whenever they do a new edition, now they do like your super intro, it's only got maybe like a grand total of 20 models in it, and if there's Space Marines in it you get like 5 of them, and if there's Xeno in it you get like 10 to 15 of them depending on what it is. And then you get your upgraded one, which has like basically the full 2 armies in it as advertised usually as their starter set, minus the terrain. And then there's the other one that has like everything. It's the terrain, the miniatures, everything. Actually, no, there's tends to be 4 because they do their introductory starter set, which is the one that has everything. Then they do, like, that's the one that launches it all, that you have to get before everything's actually officially released. Then they do their 3 starter sets, intro, medium tier, and then here's everything that you would have got if you bought the starter thing at the very, very beginning when we launched the new set, like Indominus, for example, minus the terrain, and that's what they tend to do with it. No, I have never found that the miniatures have really faded over time because of the sunlight. That is more of a problem with ink on paper products rather than acrylic paint on a plastic miniature. You'll like if you're framing artwork, for example, I would really recommend, if it's something that you value a lot and you don't want it to fade and you know you're gonna have it in a well-lit room, and I don't care if that well-lit room is sunlit or fluorescent lit or whatever else lit. I don't care what kind of lighting it is. It will fade over time if it's in a well-lit room consistently. Unless you put UV-coated glass or acrylic on it, which adds to the price, unfortunately, but does really do its job. Most of my framed pieces that I have are in that style, but I also used to work at a frame store, so. And you know what? I can say this because they don't exist anymore, and I definitely stole some of that glass. But it's really good stuff. UV glass, really, really like it. Put it on all of the things that you care about most. All right, where should we put this little nurgling pile? Because I don't really run them. It's actually an Age of Sigmar model. You know what we should put? Put him with the little one. My little boy. I want to actually, so I have spares of both the nurglings as well as the poxwalkers. And I want to paint some of them up where they do not have their bases. And I want to put them on little pins, because you may have seen that I recently got some succulents. I actually got a second set of succulents, and I want to put the little nurglings in them, like almost permanently, and just see like if anybody comments on it as they come to my house. I think that'd be really funny. See, the thing that I love about these trays is even the Terminators are fitting into them, which is great. Like certain ones won't because they have just a little bit too much height to them, but for the majority, they really do fit into these. So nice. And it's a great way to display them. Wait, you don't pose on your gaming table? I do. Many a time. Oh, you can tell that these are the Terminators that I got from the Heroes. What is it called? Like Marine Heroes, isn't that what they called it? This is one of the Terminator sets, or this oh my god, words, Angela. These are miniatures from the Space Marine Heroes sets that were exclusive to Japan for a little while, but then they started bringing over to this hotel because they all have the little nerdling with them. I thought that was a really nice addition. With them being Death Guard, little Space Marine Hero kits, they also had the nerdlings. I thought that was really, really nice. You guys aren't using space. Let's buggy. There we go. There we go. That looks so much better. Wish it would be more in focus. I'm sorry it doesn't focus on the miniatures super, super well for you guys. I try. I really try. All right. He's one of my favorites. Let's see if I can get it. Maybe if I'm back here. See that a little bit better, maybe? I have no idea. I'm just far enough away from where the laptop is showing the preview early, and it's delayed here. And I don't want to stand in front of here forever because then it'll just be me standing in front of here forever. But I think it's like, but he's one of my favorites. The guy with the flail. I really like Chaos Cultist, I believe, painted this one for me, and I really like how he did the flames coming out of the flail portions. I don't remember what these little, what are they called? It's not like incense. It's not. It's, you swing them in like religious ceremonies, and often incense come out of them, but I don't actually remember what they're called. Maybe one of you guys can tell. I genuinely am completely blanking on the name. Is that all the Terminators on this? Yes. Okay. Do I have... I'm just checking down here real quick to see if I have more... any more Death Guard anyway. Necrons and missiles. A lot of underworlds and Legion, Eldar, and Necrons and Eldar and Blood Bowl. Okay, not in that. Not in these two. Let's check on this side. Nothing else there, and I need to turn this one around and see what we got in here. This actually looks mostly Space Marines, some BattleTech, some more Necrons. My Tyranids are in here. Okay. I guess, is this all I have painted for my... I mean, it's a lot, but it doesn't feel like that much. Don't pull on that, Angela. You don't break the bell. Alright, we're gonna put him up top. We're gonna put all of our characters up top, I think. And then I'll showcase to you guys what this looks like. Ooh. Wow. Both of your magnets just popped right out. That's fine, it's fine. Oh, also, please allow me to bring this back. Boop. Boop, there we go. Wait. Oh, I was like, what do you mean Northern England is like Mordor? But you were talking about that, Gordon, because of the miniatures fading in sunlight conversation that we had a little bit ago. Okay, that makes way more sense. I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about with the Mordor comment? Yeah, no, Weston, I agree with you. That is the problem. This is also specifically a vlogging webcam, if I recall correctly, and so it may be especially trained to focus on human face. But we'll take a look at all of the miniatures here in a second as I've put them into the case thus far. All of my beautiful death cards. No, I know the tanks. I have some tanks over here in the case. We'll take a look at, we'll move those over before we showcase them. There we go. Oh, beautiful, my sorcerer, who I don't think is very good anymore because of the way that they changed psychic powers. Just such a shame, because I used to love, my sorcerer was so good in 8th edition. Alright, that's looking fantastic. Let's go ahead and put our crawlers in. Boop. Oh, I like these guys because I ended up using a little bit of a gem that it's Spirit Stone Red, I believe it's what it's called, from Citadel, and I know other brands make them as well, but it's that gemstone style paint and it looks so good. This guy I think I went a little too dark on, I'll admit. Like this one, too dark. Whereas this one, I love the way the green turned out. Like, they're very different. I want to go back in and I think I want to highlight this one. Like, maybe actually do some, like, rough dry brushing highlights on the green to make it look more worn, because it's just so, he's so dark. Oh, but the goop, though. The goop, let's see if it'll focus there. Maybe? See the goop? It really doesn't want to, does it? No. It refuses. It's like, you see that you're showing something directly into the... Maybe if I put it right next to the face. See it now? See the goop? Oh my god, is that actually working? I'm gonna put my face right next to this. Focus on my face. You see all that lovely goop back there? I love it. It's so good. I'm gonna bring them. Be there. Let's bring out the big boys. Da, 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 da. Pew, 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 pew. And then it's all very goopy sound, so it's more like... That's what it sounds like. That's what this gun sounds like. I hope you appreciate my noises. For what that's worth. I do think it worked. I'm so annoyed by that. Yeah, I do think putting my face directly next to the miniature actually helped. Oh yes, Havman, I know your birthday, I believe that you said it was on Monday, right? Happy early birthday. Hope it's a great day for you. Or is it today? Is it this weekend? I don't remember. I know you told me, but now I don't remember the specific day. Alright. This. That's the turret for the Steven Guard one. This one's unpainted. I'm gonna set it here for right now, and we're gonna leave it. You really do gotta love modern technology. Caveman, you said non-sequitur, but once you're settled in the new home, any chance you'll be producing some battle report videos? You can highlight your models and the games at the same time. I don't know if we're going to be doing any battle reports specifically. While I do think that could be fun, right now, I just don't know if we have the bandwidth for it. Even one. Yeah, we would, if we were gonna do battle reports, we'd probably do it more as a live stream style video rather than doing it as an edited sort of video, because like honestly that just seems like more work than I feel like would be watch time and like number wise worth it for Chaos Cultist's time spent editing, let alone our time spent recording a like fully edited battle report. Which is why we've never actually done them, despite having initial ambitions to potentially do it. But as we started to explore more and more of what we wanted to do YouTube-wise and filming and editing, etc., we were just like, maybe that's not for us specifically. Especially since it's just the two of us and we don't really have like a super large group to sort of call on to make it more interesting by having more armies, more people, more personalities, etc. However, that being said, I, in the future, would not mind being part of, like, other people's battle report videos. I'm not super, like, in the know with, like, Age of Sigmar, for example, rules-wise, but I'd love to, like, learn and then maybe do some Age of Sigmar battle reports with people. I know Hobby Collab does that sometimes. I think there's a couple other channels that I found recently in my local area that actually, like, do battle reports, so I think that would be really, really neat. So maybe something down the future, maybe as a collab or as live streams if it's just Chaos Cultist and I doing it, but definitely not as an edited video for sure. Oh yeah, no, I think that would be very, very cool. It is on Monday. Oh, I'm sorry you have to work on your birthday. That sucks, man. Why didn't you give yourself a day off that day? You should have totally done that. I always did that. I would get hired. And depending on like what time of the year it was, I'd be like, hello, yes, I know I'm going to be here for like at least 6 months. And my birthday's in August. I'm going to take this weekend off. Is that cool? And I just like pre-scheduled it like very early into me starting at the jobs. Because while I definitely fall into did not take nearly as many vacation or sick days as I should have when working retail, I always made sure to get the birthday off. Because you don't want to work on your birthday. I'm so sorry you have to work on your birthday. Okay. The Death Guard are taken care of. Oh, we should show you. Let's show you. Let's show you how they're looking. Rise, chat. Rise and walk with me. Alright, so. We've got the Death Guard. This is just a small portion of it, but this is what's mostly painted. A lot of my full Death Guard collection is still unpainted. And I think in like those containers over there. So you were asking about, Havin was asking earlier about the miniature collection. So all of those bins, all full of miniatures. There's all the terrain I was telling you about, or terrain. We put all the codexes here on this shelving. Been working pretty well for us so far. A little bit. Bring you back around. There we go. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. I need to adjust this. This is putting weight on my cable and I don't like it. There we go. So much better. Yeah, I'm very happy how the Death Guard have turned out. I think next, I'm gonna move this down because I only have one of them right now. I know I have more somewhere. I think they're downstairs still. So what I ended up doing, and just as for those of you that have to move in the future and have miniatures, and maybe you don't want to invest or spend time magnetizing all of your miniatures, and instead you just like to potentially throw them into a cardboard box, but still have them kind of safe. The other nice thing about these little trays, no matter which of the style that you get them in, is that you can actually store the miniatures. Well, that one won't fit in this particular one, but you can actually put a variety of your miniatures in the trays this way, and if they're short enough, you can actually like not have them get bumped, and you can stack the trays on top of each other, because these ones are designed to stack into each other. And so see, it's stacked, and now you can like fill this with a bunch of miniatures and transport it, and you could in theory stick this into like a box and have it be a little bit more secure. So if you are wanting to kind of go about it in a little bit of a more cost-effective way, and or just utilizing what you have around, may not be a bad opportunity to take advantage of, or at least a bad way to do it. All right, I noticed this one of these was kind of themed, so I'm gonna put that one on the bottom so it's less visible. And look at, bam. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do now, probably put the Necrons in. That's what I had below before. Either that or I could do my Orcs, but I don't have that many Orcs. So I think we're gonna do Necrons. Oh, sorry. There is something that I need to deal with for my Death Guard. First of all, Big Daddy Demon Prince. Love him. So this is, I believe, the classic, the standard Demon Prince design. However, I believe the wings I stole from Malekith, but I'm not 100%. Is it the Malekith one? Okay. Is that on the guy who's giving you the finger, or is that on the big boy? Like the Nurgle specific one? Okay, yes, that's what I thought too, because I believe the one that I have on my other Nurgle Demon Prince, which is in here, hold on. No, it's the Manticore, actually. I know this because when we were looking at the Chaos Warriors, I almost forgot their names. The Chaos Warrior releases that are coming to the old world, the re-releases rather, that are coming to the old world, I was like, hey, I recognize those wings. And they came off of some demon lord riding a manticore. Or some other... Manticore might not be the wrong word. I keep looking at my manticore. He may have been a chimera or something. He had 3 heads. But it wasn't the big 3-headed dragon thingadoodle. It was like a smaller beast. But it definitely had this boy's wings, and I'm gonna find them so that I can prove it. Where are you? Oh. Is he not in this? Did he not get transported with the big boys? Where did he get transported with them? Ah, there you are. Nope, that's not you either. Those are different wings. Oh, he was so bulky. He's in one of these containers. Okay, I'll be right back. I must maneuver around everything carefully. There we go. I believe my handsome lad is in one of these other trays that I showed you. See if I can find him, because I must showcase his wings. Also, there's some painted miniatures. So, not all of them got transported via magnetization, because some of them, like vehicles, can't really do that. He's not in this first one that I picked up. No! No! It's fine, everything's cool. It's probably in one of these ones over here. Only got 3 of these dang things, and they're all full. They're all full. Oop. Okay. Close that for a moment. Gently close that a little bit for a moment. Alright. Got back. I don't think it's in this one. I don't think any of these are deep enough. Although I did find a lot of the Unpainted Death Guard, just to prove that there's a lot of them. There's maybe too many of them. I might have too many Death Guard. You want to see inside the IKEA shelf again? I can absolutely show you. Yeah, I can do that. When I'm putting stuff in, it's better to have it over here, but I can go ahead and put you over here for a smidge while I'm grabbing this tray and trying to find my demon prints. There you go. So you can see the models. And I will see about grabbing this other tray, because I think it's gotta be in this one. It's the only one that's left. That would be big enough to hold him. Oof. Here we go. Bam! Okay, let's see. Is it in? Okay, this is more promising. There are some big trays in this. So I think we might be in luck. I'm good, buddy. So I believe this set of wings is the one that comes off the Manticore. They really did not like the ones that the demon prints came with, like this particular one, because you can see it's the Nurgle specific one, and he had these cool. I mean, so I've seen some people do some interesting things with them, and I get the idea. Because the wings on the back of them are those kind of hover style ones that they're meant to be like for some sort of aircraft within the 41st millennium. And I get that. I understand that vibe. But I just love the idea of this big fat boy having these big leathery wings that don't look like they can actually carry him. And that's what we did. That's what we did with him. He's delightful. Hello, Hari. Welcome, welcome. Tin Man, I'm glad you enjoyed the thumbnail. I almost tried to put this thing into the case without opening the glass door. That would have been bad. Alright. This is feeling more full, like I remembered it. And in fact, I'm going to put a little guys up here. I have another demon. I think I have another one of my mowers that's painted somewhere as well. Oop. Go. He's good. Let's see if we got anything else. Oh, and yeah, actually, I even have a spare set of the wings right here. Boop, boop. For a future demon. So yeah, this is the creature it came off of. So maybe a manticore? I don't know. It's got like a monkey lion face with like leather rings. Or rings? Wings is what I meant to say. Hello, Silver Scratch Build Productions. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think it's starting to look really good too. We're making some good progress. Get Iron Man out. We'll want to put him in the case. He's finished. Even more Death Guard, but they're unpainted, so we'll stay in here. Okay, that's the bottom tray. So these are all now just unpainted swine. Hello. Hi. Oh, I will pull you out. You're a painted dragon. Him out. There's lightning out. We got it here. Yes, we definitely want this. Probably one of my favorite things that I've painted. My Cromlech Orc Pirate Bus. Super cool. Super, super cool. Nope, just more unpainted. Okay. Well, at least I know this tray doesn't really have anything else painted. Put it back out of the way. I don't have to worry about it anymore. This one I'm going to leave over here because it seems like it has more painted things in it than not. But some of them tend to be older. There we go. Back out of the way. Hooah! I'm back. Okay, let's get back to work. We're done fussing. Got our boys in there. Let's actually work on getting the Necrons in, and I'm gonna get you guys back over here. After I untangle the cord from the tripod. Whoop. There we go. Hello. Hi. All right. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that looks great. Necrons, Necrons. Let's get the Necrons out. These over. Now, I believe there was a number of Necrons. Yep, on this tray. Let's start here and we'll, because there's some little guys, and we'll kind of progress our way as we can. Alright, these ones were resined too. Good. This tray might not actually be best for the Necrons. Alright, I think what I'm going to do, I need to run downstairs and I want to see if I can find the other box of my display trays, because I feel like I'm missing a few. And I know that we are at, like... Oh, we've been going for an hour and a half already, so that's great. So I'm going to take a 10-minute break. I don't need to refill my water or anything, we're good there, but I am going to go look for these trays, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes. So right now it is 3:21, so I'll be back at 3:30. And give me just a little bit of time to find these trays, and then we can continue working on getting the Necrons into place, keep putting these miniatures out, because I'm really enjoying this, and I hope you guys have been too. There are 69 of you, nice, who are watching this right now, so thank you all for that. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back in less than 10 minutes. I don't have a be right back on this particular machine, so give me one moment. Where did I get the big skull? I got the big skulls from Spirit Halloween. Alright. We're now going to be back in 10 minutes. Be right back. Be back at 3:30. In the meantime, guys, back over here briefly. Boop. We'll be back in just a moment, folks. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back a little early. I hope you don't mind. I found my other trays. Lo and behold, they were holding miniatures. Who would have thought? So I'm going to take these guys out. These are some works in progresses that I think were just too tall and I ran out of space for. So we're going to go ahead and take these guys out, get these trays available. And I also found one of my other ones, which is the main one that I want to use for Necron. So let me bring you over here, get you back into place, and we'll get back to work. Gingerly setting you back up. Alright. You're not being moved around, not jostled too much. Good. Good, so glad to hear it. Alright, let's actually get this cleared out. I'm running out of space. I need to get this one actually cleared out first. This is the main one that I want to use. One of my little painting handles. Woo! Don't worry, it wasn't a miniature flying, it was just putty. Just putty, it got stuck to my finger more than I anticipated. Randomly some Lego from the street. I think when we took apart the streets for the little city we had going on upstairs. I'm going to set this down so that I can scoop all these up and move them to the Lego room. Which is so nice to say. It's so nice to have a Lego room. Also, Hari, you asked if I have any UFO books in my stash. No, I do not. While I believe there is something out there, I haven't really, I'm not a hardcore alien fanatic. Although I did recently learn that I probably think I would have liked X-Files way more than I would have realized as a kid, since it just seems to be basically be like SCPs, like Monster of the Week type things, and I didn't realize how like weird they got. Some wild stuff. Almost got all the pieces. One. Come here. Okay. Let me go run these to the Lego room real quick. It'll take me just a jiffy. There we go. And now we almost have this tray clear so we can actually put our Necrons into it. Isn't that lovely? Greetings, Jorgen? Hopefully I pronounced that right. Jorgen? Or Jorgen? Jorgen? Well, hello, Jorgen. It's welcome to the stream.
It's looking great.
Yeah. Death Guard! I found one of the other trays. I'm going to put the Necrons in next below.
By the way, to answer your question about the wings on the one flipping the bird come with it?
Oh, is that the wings that come with it? Okay.
Yes. And then the wings on the fatter one are a Forge World, it's a Forge World model with the Malekith wing.
Oh, yes, the Nurgle portion. Yeah, the Nurgle specific, like, body.
Yeah.
Is what's Forge World. Okay, I thought you were saying earlier that the wings
No,
we
put the Malekith wings on the Forge World miniature.
Yes.
And the other one, that's just the old Demon Prince plastic kit.
Okay. Well,
and it had wings, and that's just it basic.
Got it, okay. And he's always flipping the bird.
Wait, you give him the talons. Yeah.
Yes, that's true. If you give him the talons. I said it right? Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. I have not been yet to Spirit Halloween, although I believe there is... I've seen signs. I've also seen signs for one that, like, I'm not familiar with. It was called, like, Halloween Superstore or something like that.
Something generic.
Yeah, it was very generic, but I'm also, like, I don't care. I'm going to check it out. I also need to go and check, like, Michael's tends to do big stuff when it comes to Halloween. Like, there's a lot of places that do some cool stuff for Halloween. And I actually have a yard, and there are children around, in my neighborhood, which means that I'm optimistic that we'll actually have trick-or-treaters. And I cannot tell you how fucking excited I am to actually have legitimate trick-or-treaters. Like, I have wanted this since I was a child, because I had dreams of having really cool houses to go and trick-or-treat at. Like, not this year, because I don't know if we'll have, like, time or, like, the budget just because of the move and it being expensive and stuff. But, like, one of the years, I want to do, like, a full-on, like, haunted house style thing where, like, the kids are vicious to walk up to my yard because they're, like, but obviously they want to because there's going to be full bar, like, full-size candy bars or something like that. Although there'll be a reason to entice them, but it'll also be spooky and hopefully scare the shit out of them, and I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, I'm so looking forward to Halloween for cosplay. Like, I don't know what I'm doing this year yet. Can't remember if Chaos Cultist and I, like, decided on anything specifically. Okay, I don't think we have either. But I am very much looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be super, super fun. Okay, we've got our next tray in, so I'm gonna go ahead and start loading up. Oh, that's true. Yeah, we have a Ren Fair coming up. And I actually just got a really cute dress that I think is going to work as a wonderful peasant girl base. And yeah, it's super cute. I already have a little corset thing that I think will, like, cinch it nicely and everything and just, like, really accent it well. At least I hope so. I hope it's not too dark. It might be. It also might end up looking a little too modern. I'll have to see. But the nice thing is I can get some accessories and stuff to, like, finish it out at the Ren Fair itself. So I'm really excited to be going to that this year. Should be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm really hoping, like, I've gotten to give candy to kids in the past, but not in the, like, traditional way that I received candy when I was trick-or-treating as a kid. Because what I was doing previously at my old place is it was the community basically set up trick-or-treating in, like, this little courtyard park area that was at the center of the community, which was fine. It was very, very lovely. There were tons of kids at it, and we got to hand out candy that way. But they weren't, like, actually coming to my house and, like, getting to see my personalized decorations or anything like that. And so this year, I actually can, like, do that, and I have a porch, so I could actually put pumpkins out. And, like, oh my god, it's gonna be so amazing. I can't wait. But the Ren Fair also looks like it's going to be very, very cool. Oh, you definitely will be. Don't worry, Tactile Sun. You'll definitely be seeing stuff for that at the Ren Fair on the Temple of Excess. Don't worry, I have plans, and you don't need to worry. Things are starting to... I'm hoping... Like, I finally have gotten that room set up a little bit more than I had previously, and I'm really hoping to start ramping up the production when it comes to that kind of content. Now, where are the rest of these Necrons? I think here's some. Let's get this tray open. Because there's some Necrons in here. Hello, Abaddon. Yeah, some of the tall boys are here. Where are the rest of... Oh, the Scarabs are in that lower portion down here. Where are you? This one? Yeah. There they are. I found them. Little buggers hiding. Oof. Okay. You have not been fully... resined down. That's fine. Oop. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, fine. That one the magnets just both completely pulled out. Yeah, I like that too. I don't know if that's, like, common as much anymore, but I'm really hoping that I'll see that around here. I know at least Christmas is going to be a big deal around here, just because I've seen plenty of houses with lights still already up. And I think they just leave them up all year round, so at least it seems like Christmas gets celebrated in the area really heavily, which I'm excited for, because I also haven't really experienced, like, houses with Christmas lights on them in my neighborhood since I was a child, and I've missed it so much. Okay, this tray is clear. I'm putting all of the trays that have magnets or putty on them into one particular container to make it easier for myself later when I have to unstick all of them and pull all those magnets up, because I will. That'll be a task later. But it's cool, it's fine. We're making some good progress. I'm gonna set this off to the side. I don't actually need it immediately. And it doesn't have any Necrons in it. So, go ahead and work on our normal boys next. Our warriors will be on the next level up. I can believe it. I've known other people who were born on Christmas Day. Interesting. Don't know how that quite works, but I'll take your word for it, Hari. A lot of December babies in chat. There are definitely more warriors. Where are they? There are more of the warriors. Oh, no, that's Nids. That's a bunch of Nids. That's a bunch of Space Marines. Boys. Get some of this tray. There's some more. 20. None there, and there's none on this tray. Okay. We'll get we've got the Void Dragon to get out as well, but we'll grab him in a bit. Get the rest of these warriors off of these trees without pulling them out of their bases, please. Oh my god, these magnets are so strong. I was really worried I was gonna like pull him off. That would have been terrible. If you want to, Havman, you have my P.O. box. You're always welcome to send some fun Halloween decor if you want. I need to go to Home Depot and get like one of those giant skeletons. You know, the really like big, tall ones that are humanoid. Oh, it'd be so cool. And then like modify it. That would be even sicker. Little brawn lads. All standing in a row. That guy is shooting around. Sometimes the poses that GW gave these. Oh, Slink, the magnets held up great. I ended up not always... Actually, here's a good example. So I did not resin all of them. Some of them I just went ahead and used the putty and the magnets. Go ahead and put down, hopefully decently. And in fact, some of them the magnets have pulled off and stuck to the trays, but I'm not storing them long term in the trays, and when I do want to actually bring any of these armies to a game store or something like that, I can spend the time UV resining the ones that I need to, that didn't already get that done, but I admit I got lazy during the move. However, the putty and magnets by themselves was more than efficient enough to get them to and from, or from the old place to the new place. Now, obviously, when I did this, because I was going such a short distance, excuse me, sorry, I decided to simply bring the miniatures, all the miniatures I brought over in my car, rather than letting the movers take them. I'm not even sure the movers would have taken them specifically, although I'm sure if I had put them, like, the trays into a box after I had magnetized everything, they probably wouldn't have known. But I know when they came over and did our estimate, they were like, what are you doing about all these plastic things out? And I'm like, don't worry. You don't have to worry about those. They were like, okay, cool, good. Because some things we won't take. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So I ended up taking it myself, but it worked out extremely well. The trays were super stable. The magnets held fine. It held so many more models than the other types of cases, like the red one. Like these style with these trays held so many more than what this is capable of. It was just so nice. Super nice. Yes, I think it's Home Depot, but you know, Lowe's might also have one. I know that Spirit Halloween also makes one of the really big chunky skeletons. So there's actually a number of them, but I know there's like one in particular that's kind of like famous, and I think it's the Home Depot one. And I don't even know if they make that same version of the skeleton anymore. Oh, do they? Okay, cool. Oh, they've expanded it, so there's more than one? Oh, see, I thought they had replaced... Like, I thought it was one of those things of where they did, like, editions, where they basically, like, here's the first edition skeleton, and now we've replaced it with this version of the skeleton, and the next year... No, that's really cool. That's awesome. Bone skeleton. Welcome to my D&D dungeon, children. You must avoid the traps in this mechanical dungeon, giant bone skeleton, in order to get your candy. Else you get no candy. You must earn the candy. This is how we should treat all Halloween, by the way. They must earn the candy. They don't get to perform the tricks on us. We perform the tricks on them by setting up D&D style traps in our yards for them to go across as obstacles. I love this idea. Okay, I feel like that is the correct number of warriors. Hey, Chaos Cultist, can you come check and does this feel correct for warriors, for the Necrons? Absolutely, when you're finished. I think, I'm pretty sure I've looked and I've cleared all of the trays of the warriors. So I'm gonna keep loading up other guys, and we'll wait for his assessment. But the lower, actually no, you guys can fit in the lower trays, so you're gonna go. Alright, now let's go ahead and put our destroyers. Let's see. Oh, I love it. Oh! Alex, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate the donation to help get us started on getting the skeleton. That is awesome, and you are wonderful, sir. Thank you so very, very much. It wasn't so much that they were refusing to move it, they were just like really cautious. They're like, liability-wise, like we just have to say that like, you want to make sure you're packing it really securely, because we weren't paying them to, to clarify, we were not having them pack things. We were just having them move the things. And because they were just in trays and they were like visible and they looked loose, they were concerned about moving them. It wasn't so much that they were outright going like, we refuse to move these items. It wasn't that kind of thing. It was just more of a, they, for their own liability reasons, were like, yo, that's a fragile object, and you'll want to make sure you pack that really well if you want us to put it in our truck. Because otherwise we can't guarantee, because we didn't pack the things ourselves, that it'll get there safely. It was more of that thing, because we weren't having them pay for it. Or we weren't paying to have them pack it, is all I mean. Alright. The Necrons are looking good. We need to put like 6 more destroyers in place, along with their little, I don't remember what he's called, but the little Healy guy that they float around with them. Makes it sound like he's got Heelys on. Are those still a thing? Do Heelys still exist? Do children still wear Heelys? I think they do. I feel like I've seen... But I don't know how long ago that was, now that I say it. And I don't know if that's still a thing. And at least the blue tack is coming off really clean. The orange stuff that I was using was clinging a little bit to the underside of the bases a bit more. No, I understand that. I understand that. I also made it seem like they were like outright refusing when it really wasn't that extreme. It was just more of a, they expressed concern, and I made it seem like it was a bigger deal than it really was. I also had already planned on explicitly moving the miniatures myself anyways, because I don't trust the movers to move my very, very delicate, precious models. That I'm incredibly OCD about and anal about. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, it worked out really great. The trays, the magnets, all of them worked wonderfully. Okay, there are all of the destroyers. Oh, did your... Okay, that didn't stick. Well, shapoopy. Fix that later. Still kind of on there, just didn't stick fully. Wonderful. Now that we have that in, there's this big guy. Get you out. You're gonna go on the bottom. I put you up top. You know what? You fit up top. You got a nice big round booty. We're gonna put you there. Show that off. We're gonna also put your friend up there with you because I don't think you'll fit in the... Oh my god, you do fit. Oh, amazing. Oh, that's so good. Okay, hold on. This guy. This space, beautiful. Oh, it's coming together, guys. Looking really good. I'll show you in more detail in a moment, but it is coming together super, super well. Nice, Hari. I hope your script writing goes well. Yeah, I would crate them, I think, if I was going like a longer distance. Like, I would still do the magnet thing, because I feel very secure about that, but I think I would put them in a crate with like a, this side up, do not flip, fragile, like they giant. Did with our Legos. Yeah, they, like, that's the one thing, like, I had a really good experience with our movers. The only thing that was like slightly problematic is they kept turning boxes like perpendicular to their tops, and some of these boxes were Lego, like built Lego, and it did cause some breaks. Not anything that wasn't unrepairable, but just like annoying. Does that looks correct, right? Of the ones that we have painted for in this style? Yeah. Okay. I just couldn't remember specifically. It's like been a while. That's great. Perfect. Alrighty.
Do you think you own enough miniatures?
What a ridiculous question.
Okay.
What a ridiculous question. Do I own enough miniatures?
I asked, do you think you own enough miniatures?
I mean, probably, yeah. That's actually probably accurate. Do I think I own enough? No. Never. I mean, to be fair, I haven't actually bought that many miniatures in, like... Gosh. I feel like it's been like 6 to 9 months, maybe a year. Definitely haven't bought any 40K in that long, if not longer. I think the last thing that I bought for 40K was literally the 10th Ed starter set. And then I kind of stopped. Kind of stopped after that. All we're looking for. CC approval. Especially when it comes to displaying his miniature. I like the way that's looking. That looks great. We got a tall boy here. Got one of our big fancy destroyers. Will you get on hot, buddy? Heck yeah, look at you. Put this guy. There we go. There, I know that I saw Ghost Arc.
Angela, I
What?
need to ask chat a very important question.
Okay, chat, we've got an important question coming in from Chaos Cultist.
Alright, chat. What is this?
I'm not sure they can tell, it's a little blurry. It still hasn't focused.
Oh, you can tell what it is. You can tell
I think you can tell what it is.
I saw this and I'm so sorry. I had to share it.
Let me see it in actual, like...
I'm so sorry.
No! No.
Angela does not know, despite having majored in comic books, she doesn't actually know webcomic or internet culture very well, so the joke, unfortunately, is lost upon her.
Is that from,
It's lost upon you!
It is lost upon me, but I do think it's from,
It is lost!
Oh no, I'm feeling really, the shame! I'm feeling shame,
If someone in chat can please explain to her the meme that is lost from the old webcomic Control-Alt-Delete, please do so. I don't have the energy.
It's the Emperor with Sanguinius and Horus. For those of you that are making guesses of trying to figure out what it is in chat. Okay, McBrownism, okay, please explain it to me because I don't get it. I am not up to date with my memes. I did not, despite majoring in comics, I didn't actually read that many webcomics. I was a manga kid, okay? I'm sorry. But like, what is the I'm at a loss here mean? No, why are you walking in laughing?
It's just funny.
Okay, good. Somebody understands, but they haven't explained it to me yet. I'm waiting.
I'm just sad that someone did it with the Emperor Horus and Sanguinius.
I am sure, well, I mean, like, I assume it's very on point for, like, how everybody's feels towards the redesign. Is it, like, I assume it leads into that, yes?
Somewhere between 15 and 20 years ago,
Yes.
there was a popular webcomic called Control-Alt-Delete.
Mm-hmm.
This was around the same time that webcomics like Penny Arcade were very popular.
Yeah.
And Control-Alt-Delete had transitioned from a 4-panel comedy gamer comic, very similar to Penny Arcade, to a more episodic serialized format where it was still about these zany characters. But they were now living. 2 of them had gotten, like, together and married.
Okay.
You know, they lived together. There was a continuity. And then, one day, the woman in the comic was pregnant, and then out of nowhere, she wasn't.
Oh, yeah, McBrownism, I think his chat just came through, and he said that it was very jarring. But it was specifically, like, what, okay, the thing that I'm reading from this.
It was a 4-panel
Was
comic.
he actually, was his wife, did his actual IRL wife have a miscarriage and he used that in his comic in a, like, ha-ha?
I don't think so.
Oh, good, okay. I was gonna be like,
it was just out of nowhere, because this was, for example, a webcomic that had very much popularized the millennial humor around cheese is random.
I see.
Spoons. I know that's from the Tick, but you know.
but I understand, like, that sort of absurdist...
It's a 4-panel comic that has no dialogue. It's him running into a hospital, being pointed to the room where she is by a staff, and then she's laying on the bed clutching her stomach. And it became such a meme within the internet art community that, like, many different renditions of it have been done, to the point that I have seen people take, like, probably photoshopped, but they have taken, like, a cave wall and using, like, lines.
Oh my god, really?
To represent each pose with, like, a plus sign to separate the panels.
Amazing.
And it's always titled, "Is This Loss?" Because the name of that comic page was Loss.
I see.
And so it was like a meme for 10 years to draw just inappropriate things, because it was not appropriate to have that happen in the comic.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression that it was just like completely out of nowhere. That is wild. That's absolutely wild. I'm gonna leave this out.
And the fact that someone did it with the Emperor Horse and Sanguinius.
I feel that on such, like... What?
Who knocked off the turret, I believe.
Oh, okay, I was like, what
And you
fell?
put it back on top of him.
Yes, I will put it back on top of him. There we go.
I apologize for deviating into ancient
No, that's
territory.
fine, that's fine. I'm glad it got explained. Although maybe I'm not so glad it got explained, because it's kind of tragic.
We've talked about this many times.
I think now that we've explained it, I'm like, oh yeah, I recall us talking about this, but I completely forgotten about, like, because I never read, because you said it was X.
It wasn't about reading Control Delete, it was about knowing about the art meme.
Well, yes, but I'm also really bad about remembering my memes. That's like, I am notoriously bad about remembering the memes. The memes. The memes. The mimics. Let's see. Am I missing any major components of this force? I feel like I have everything. Got the Ghost Arc. Have both our 2 tall boys. All the wraiths.
Where is the Overlord? Oh, I see him. I
was gonna say, I think he's...
Yep.
Yeah, he's up there.
We have the Doomstalker.
Yeah, Doomstalker.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
I was thinking Necrons.
Yay! Excellent. Do you want Space Marines below them, or do you want Space Marines...
Well, it depends. What would go below instead of Space Marine?
So right now what I'm thinking is probably what I have of orcs. Oh, here's it. Death Guard guy. I'm thinking orcs and or chaos and or I could do a mix of orcs and Eldar. I don't have a lot of orcs painted. I
want my Eldar displayed then.
Well, yeah, no, they still would be displayed. They would be.
Okay.
But do you want them higher? Like, I guess, like, basically what I'm asking.
Yep.
Is for the top 2, because obviously the top 2 on each of them is the more prominent.
Yep.
What do you want in the next top 2?
Hobby Knights and then the Knights.
Yes, of course. Yeah, that will definitely.
And then second row Eldari in one of them.
Okay, so put the Eldari maybe
right
here, and I'll put the Knights here.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
I'm cool with that.
If the Space Marines, just as a collective whole, the Hobby Knights, like take up 2, because they may end up taking 2.
Separate their vehicles.
Separate their vehicles? Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. Perfect. I like that idea. And then I'll just move the Eldar over here on the top.
Yeah.
With the
I just kind of want to have the armies the most accessible.
I think that's great. I think that makes complete sense to me. That's sort of how I was feeling too. I just was wanting to hash that out with you of like, which ones are we going to be using most often?
I also see Typhus.
Where?
Next to the Orc.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Finding all those Death Guard you felt like you were missing.
Yes.
Is your Crawler in there?
Yeah, they're both up top.
Okay. Oh, yes, they're there.
I wasn't sure. Do I have another one of these painted?
I thought you did.
I did too, but I haven't found
I don't think
it
it's
yet.
one with... I thought it was the one with the,
Oh yeah, with the yes,
the flamethrowers.
I think you're right, and I think that may be in one of the trays. Then.
I can believe that.
Because I don't.
We'll find it later.
Yeah, we'll find it later. Not super worried about it. Okay, I think what we're gonna go ahead and do. Where are we at stream wise? Also, I love that there's still basically 50 of you watching. That's great. How long have I been going?
About 2 hours.
My goodness, yeah, about 2 hours. I think what we're gonna end up doing is I want to get the hobby nights at least into the case.
Yeah, wrap up at 6.
And then wrap up at yeah, exactly. At 6, you said?
Well, is it 5 right now?
It's 4 right now, so I should.
Oh, it's 4 right now.
Yeah, it's 4 right now, so I think I'll wrap up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that way we can get because I need to run out and grab some mozzarella cheese for our dinner. Unless you want to just eat out, we'll figure that out afterwards. All right, cool. Let's keep going with the hobby nights, which is a lot. There's a lot of them. Okay, what I'm gonna do for right now is I'm gonna take the ones that I know are gonna need to go with the hobby nights off of these trays, so that I can put them back in. I'm gonna leave you out because you're Space Marine. I'll bring you out. Also. Alright, you can go back in. Get out of here, filthy Xeno scum. There are hobby lights on this. There is one. One lone Blood Angel buckets. They're all the same. In context of our armor. Okay, that's good. That's fine now. That tray should be clear. That one has some of the knights. We'll deal with them momentarily. Let's see about getting this cleared out because we need to move. There's a glass. This is why I don't clean my glass doors, because then I don't see them and I run into them like I'm a pigeon. I feel like that's what just happened. Oh my goodness. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. No one panic. Oh, Tim, that sounds awesome. I am so excited for your awesome zombie scene. You're gonna put real blood and guts? Okay, that I don't believe. I don't think you'd get away with that. I think you'd get in trouble for real blood and guts. But it is cool if you have ambitions to do something fun and spooky for Halloween. I always love Halloween being a little bit spooky. How it should be. Alright, we need to clear this tray out real fast, so let's just work on doing that. So many miscellaneous unpainted plastic. Want. Alright, we got Space Marine Boy. A Bretonian Knight. Some Orcs with wigs. Lovely. Some BattleTech. Very eclectic in here. A couple little BattleTech miniatures. Some 3D printed little rat boys. Cool. There. Let's see. Here's more of our. Go with that. You know. These are from my mini factory. Orc's arm, I believe. Oops. Oh man, and then, okay, the details for the knight, I believe. So that's for the orc. Okay, everything's working out fine. Now we have some more space marines that need to be painted. Chaos Boy. This is from, what board game? I constantly messed up the name of this game. Now I'm completely blanking on it. I want to say it starts with an M, but I could be wrong. It's like a cool sci-fi thing. Really liked it. Really thought the miniatures were very cool. It was sorry, I think actually I'm thinking of a slightly different one. What is the one where I was sent the miniatures pack, but then not the game, and then but I think we like bought the game later? No. You know, maybe we didn't buy the game yet. I don't remember, but they're really cool miniatures. Like, really cool sci-fi things. I have like an entire set of them. Yes, ISS Vanguard. That's what it was. Thank you. Yeah, really cool stuff. Loved the miniatures in that. They had some like translucent ones, which I thought was really neat. Chaos Boy Rogue. Awesome and fiery. And then we've got, where's your head? Oh, that's concerning. Well, hopefully we find her head. Well, it's clear now, at least, so I can use it for display purposes. And I am genuinely sad that they don't make these Deltoffs anymore. Oh, I realized I don't think I've actually shown you the Necrons in the case. Let me bring you around so you can see how things are going. Oh, I should also find a place to put the Tyranids. Maybe that's what I'll put below the Necron. Okay. In the meantime, allow me to carefully bring you around. All right. Here we go. There is a Necron tray. There's actually space. We have a variety that we still need to paint. Like both the Necron army and the Death Guard army, we have a variety of miniatures actually left, but this is a functional, I think 2,000 points for both armies. Death Guard goes above that. I want to say the Death Guard might be 3,000 points, but at minimum 2,000 points for both, which is pretty nice. I think I am going to move you back over here. This just works really well for when I'm actually putting things into the containers. I'm gonna adjust my cord here. There you go. There. All right, we're good. We're up. We're running. Move that over there. Let's start loading up this tray with beautiful full Space Marines, which I think there's a ton of them over here. Yes, look at this tray full of Space Marines and Tyranids and oh my god, even more Space Marines and also some orcs. This one can go there after I scoot my microphone over. Bam. Okay. I'm gonna put our darker lads in the back. I don't really like what are the ones? Are they Phobos with the antennas? Which are the Space Marine unit that came out in, I think with it might have been either 8th or 9th edition, where they had the tall antennas that just constantly break and bend. Ugh. I feel like I don't remember if people actually used them much. Was there a point? I don't watch tennis much, actually. They're getting in. I love my Space Marines because you can really see the evolution of our paint style and color schemes for the Hobby Knights over time. At one point we made them like really dark. We've slowly lightened them back up a little bit. Played around with it numerous times. It's very fun. No thanks. You over here. Okay, I think that's the last of boys with silly pokey bits on their heads. Yes. Alright, I think next then we're gonna just start putting our normal lads in. Still sticking with our darker colored ones, and we'll put the lighter ones forward. Nick, I am using some old IKEA display cabinets that unfortunately are no longer available. They're called the Deltoff. If you can find them through like Facebook Marketplace or somebody selling them separately, I do highly encourage you seeing if you can grab some. But I would not hold your breath on that simply because IKEA discontinued them sometime recently. And unfortunately, they just aren't, I don't think there's a plan to bring them back anytime soon. However, that being said, I do know that you can find some very similar to this on IKEA, or on Amazon, if you're comfortable shopping with Amazon. Otherwise, I would recommend just like going to your local furniture stores, maybe antique shops, and seeing if you can find some cool cabinets that way. They may not be as modern looking, they may not be full glass like the ones that I'm using right here. However, I think that can still work really well. It really just kind of depends on what you're doing. Let's keep getting these boys in place. Or assault left. Assault boy. Forward, charging in the name of the Emperor. I need to put that looks better. Alright, here's one more assault. There. Another one. And other. Yeah, like. I have 9. I think that feels correct. Oh, no, I do have 10. I'm just kidding. That's a liar. Alright, there we go. That is the assault lads. This is more of my just normal boys. We'll go down here. Alright, I moved where chat is so that I can see you guys a little bit better, by the way. Alright, we're gonna move the assault lads over one. I realized that I have more normal lads that will fit in one of these. Fix that. Bring the models in. Oh my gosh, my arm is burning. Because I did my workout today and my arms are very sore. Ow. Give me strength. Alright, there we go. Fixed it. Plugging away. Transplanting all of these very red boys. Their new home. Lovely. I like the smoke grenades. I don't have anything against the smoke grenades. I think those were fun. It's really the antennas, man. It's just really the antennas. They were just, I broke them so frequently. It was so annoying. Alright, you can go there though. And you can go here. Here's a space for you. File. So many glorious space marines. So many different weapons. Only all of the factions got that amount. That'd be nice. Wouldn't that be nice? All the factions getting the same amount of love, Space Marines. Crazy. Oh my god, I would love a real oak display. That'd be so cool. Anytime you get like real wood stuff, it's nice. I mean, this does work very well for displaying the miniatures, I'll admit, because it's full glass, but... Okay, I'm gonna bring out my Christmas Marine. Go up top. Mephiston. Also get to go up top. You're very fancy. I think the guardsmen out. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna slightly rearrange. Who would have saw this coming? Me. I would have seen this coming. Okay, before I do that, I just want to get more of these. You're fancy. You are a name, or not a named character, but you're a fancy boy. Terminators. Terminators will go here. Cool. These are the ones from, yeah, these are the ones from Space Hulk. Or at least some of them. They may also be the ones from the Heroes line, actually, now that I say that. Don't worry about it. Go up there. And that is all the Space Marines off of this tray. That is all the Space Marines off of this tray. Cool. Then I'm going to put them back so that I do not bump them and ruin things. That would be bad. No one wants that. No one, especially me, wants that. They're good. No one's touching the top. Got another Terminator here. And oh no, a Necron that I forgot. Ew. Well, let me put this Terminator away. Believe I forgot. This Lord. Alright, there we go. He's in place, no one panic. Everyone keep your pants on. No! Panic trauma! You guys want to see my first ever painted miniature? Or at least Space Marine? covered in the Army Painter, like, dip shades or whatever. Oh my gosh, I had no idea what I was doing back then. But I like to keep him as a beautiful reminder of where I've come from. Alright, let's get our Necron in. Painted for me by a buddy. Did a good job. This was just before, actually, I commissioned somebody to paint these Crimson Fists literally just before I started getting back into painting. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Whoops. But it worked out well. I enjoyed it. They looked good. Then we've got my little ghost boy. I can't remember what are these guys called? What are the Space Marines with the that are like ghostly? They're black armor. They have the flames all over them. Legion of the Damned. I have my one painted up Legion of the Damned character. I do have the other ones. I just haven't finished painting. Mostly because of resin, and you know how I feel about resin. Oh yeah, no, I have, well, to be fair, one of the trays that I had was mostly metal miniatures because it's all the Eldar. Like, a lot of our Eldar minis are the ancient ones, and they're all metal. I also have a variety of really old school stuff from, like, I have some Chaos Warrior stuff from FT, or fancy Warhammer Fantasy Battles. God, I like completely fumbled that name there. And a couple other things too. And it's, yeah, they're so heavy. Like, I cannot... The fact that BattleTech still has a very active line of metal miniatures being sold and played with blows my mind because of just how... But, I mean, I guess in BattleTech you're maybe not carrying around as large of an army, but it still blows my mind because it's just like, that must get so heavy, especially if you're wanting to bring a bunch of different mechs to be able to switch out your lances and do various things as you're playing, like play different people.
They fought in court for many years to use those sculpts. They're gonna use them.
Oh, is that what happened? Was there like a lawsuit where they really were like, we have to be able to use these or something?
You don't know that story.
No, I actually don't know the story.
Oh yeah, I legit don't have like the knowledge to give you the full details.
Uh-huh.
But long story short, there was some disagreements over the usage of certain anime assets.
Oh, with Macross?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
which is,
I
believe,
see.
And I am not an expert on this.
Uh-huh.
But I believe that's why for a number of years there were mechs that disappeared entirely from BattleTech.
Wow, I hadn't realized.
Yes, and I know that they resolved the lawsuit in like 2012 or sometime around then. But don't quote me on that.
Got it. Okay. Fascinating. Yeah, I had no idea. Ooh. There. Beautiful. Some of them are too tall. Some of them are a little too tall to fit into things. Okay, this is delightful. This is one of the old plastic, not one of the metal ones, but this is one of the old, like, plastic Dreadnoughts. Specifically for Blood Angels. He is. Iron ones. Baby. Such a wee baby. What's great though about this tiny little lad is he fits in one of these trays right next to my bike. Beautiful. Love it. Perfect. Absolutely stunning. Go there. It's coming together. This is actually coming together quite well. So the knights are definitely going to go on the bottom. Let's get you off of the tray. Big boy. One of the largest models I think I've painted. Quite awesome. Nice. Unboxing videos are always fun to do. Alright, let's get the spun around. Facing wrong way, my dude. There we go. Let's just face you correctly. There we go. Here. Nice. That's better. Huh?
That's his cat if he was in the sun.
Oh, my goodness. Boy, are you in the sun?
Stare cat.
Are you a stair cat in the sun? Oh my god, he really is got his like butt hanging off the stair ledge.
Yep.
With it in the butt or in the sun. It's in
What in the butt?
What in the butt? What in the butt? What in the butt? Alright, no, my cat's being super cute. Jack, come here, you wanna be on camera? You wanna be on camera? Here. Hey boy. You see me past that pillar? Oh, there. Hello. Hello, you wanna come over and say hi? Meow? Come here. I bet chat wants to see you. Chat, tell Jack that you want to see him. Tell him that he is the most precious boy. He's very fluffy. And you want to see him on camera. Please and thank you. Alright, let's see what else we got on these trays. That's all. Feed? Ah, yes. Here are my. I'm like, I have way more big boys than this. Oh, got some knights in place. One more. Bam! And then Dreadnought. There. Boy, have you still... So he came over and he ignored me and got in a box. Oh, I was gonna pick you up in the box. Hey, then come here. Oh, we're not going down. Oh, you're warm because you were in the sun. Yeah, you're definitely in the sun. Say hello to everybody. Say hi. I'm Fluffy. Oh my goodness. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Are you gonna prove thing again?
How much he loves you?
About how much he loves you?
He loves you.
3, 2, 1.
You pushed him towards me, and you all saw it. You saw it, and you definitely saw it. You have to admit that in chat right now. So, anyway.
He's so climby.
He is very climby today.
He really wants to be on your shoulder. Hates my shoulders. My shoulders aren't big enough for him. He doesn't like them. Said yeah. He agreed.
Doing.
Loving. Puzzle. Meow, meow. Yes, you're very cute. Goodbye, Jack. Thank you for visiting. Goes there. That's cleared. Okay, let's check the bottom. Do I have any Space Marines down here? I think we checked already, and I think
there's some behind you.
Where?
Behind you.
Oh, yes, okay.
What?
I forgot I put those back there, but I thought you meant I don't know what you meant, but I was scared.
Remember the ones that were directly behind you?
Yes, the ones directly behind me. Okay, cool, perfect. Yes, there are these. There's so many. Alright. You have some more Terminators.
I really like your Channing Tatum miniature.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
This is now a miniature of Channing Tatum and not a miniature of Gambit.
Of course, of course. I would have it no other way.
I'm for myself up in here.
We went and saw Wolverine and Deadpool this past Wednesday, and it was very funny. Technically, with a hobby. You're gonna come down here just because you're also a Crimson. There you go. Dark Angel can hang out up there. Back. Go back there. I need more space for turn. Excuse me, friend. That's another. What are the flamer units called again?
Infernus Marines?
Infernus Marines. That's what I should have.
I was gonna say, find a synonym for what they do, Latinize it, and you're probably 60% of the way there.
You're not wrong.
Also, seeing that tray covered in all the blue tack magnets is kind of upsetting.
Oh, this is the one that I magnetized, and I used way less blue tack than you did, hence why this happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the ones that you did actually held mostly okay. There was a couple that pulled up with like the orange tack, and then when you, but I used like what the blue tack you're seeing here is most of the blue tack that I used.
Yeah,
so it
I
really,
used a lot more. It caked mine.
Yeah, like because like see that's what's like being left on the residue.
Yeah.
So I barely used any, and so that's why it's doing that. There we go. All right, we got one more guy on here of the fancy. Let's see. Mephi, go down here. Meow. There with the blood angel. Go there. Alright, now I know I just put these guys up here, but I'm gonna move. They do fit. However, I need space for these Death Watch.
Death Company.
Death Company, sorry, not Death Watch.
They're not the new Death Company. They're old assault intercessors that I painted.
Death Company. Yes. But they need room. So the other guys are moving. Bobos. Nonsense. Antenna boys. Get out of here, antenna lad. Yeah, Jack, you tell him. You tell him to get his antenna face out of here. There you go. I think it's really funny to have this baby Dreadnought in front of the big Dreadnoughts. It is really good. He is happy in his place, Dad's shoulder, you're right. That is like one of his favorite spaces. I will not lie. He loves it. I know, you're hungry. Don't worry, buddy, I'm hungry too. I'll be getting you. A little bit of yes! Don't forget, because we are going to be wrapping up soon. Let's see, what time is it? Got less than a half an hour left. We've almost got our Space Marines fully put away, and that was my end goal for today's stream. So before I head out, and while I've still got a fair number of you hanging out with me, actually, how many is it? 44 of you still hanging out with me. I just want to remind you that tomorrow, starting at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are going to be having a watch-along live stream right here on the main channel to see exactly what Games Workshop has in store for us. And we can all join in, and we can decide if we need to cry or not together on whether or not we like what they're doing with the current lineup, because I know there's been a lot of mixed feelings. I have already spoken in length about my disappointment with the Blood Angels, with the new Inquisitor, with just the general direction that Games Workshop has been taking some of their 40k models recently. It's just not quite the same. And don't get me wrong, some of them have been doing okay. Tyranids, for example, I like the new Tyranid designs. I think those are fine. But what they're doing for the Imperium a lot, I'm just not as big into it. And it's really a shame. However, I'm kind of optimistic for tomorrow's stream. I watched just recently the preview for the new Kill Team trailer, basically. And you can watch that after this stream if you want on the main channel. It should be up currently. It went up about an hour before this live stream went live. And it has made me optimistic. I like what I'm seeing in the trailer. I think the trailer is really cool, very well animated. Love seeing the Tau in there. Love seeing the new Vespids. So very excited for that. And I'm optimistic about the Imperial Guard because I feel like of all of the Imperial forces, the Imperial Guard is maybe where they have stripped them the least of their Imperial iconography. And that makes me happy. And I'm optimistic that the Psionic Tempestus Scions, said that backwards, are going to actually be as like cool looking as they make them look in the trailer. But we can all find out together starting at 7:30 tomorrow a.m. It'll be early. I'll be a little groggy. I might have some tea with me. But I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys will be there with me. And yeah, I think we are pretty much set. Let's do the final look, like check and see what we ended up doing. Show you guys the Space Marines and what we did with all of them. Oop, I'm stuck on a miniature. The cord's stuck on it. There we go. There we go. All right. So this is the final look for the Marines. I actually think it turned out pretty well. I kept the bottom kind of like light, and I might put some trays back there eventually, but right now I kind of like how breathable the knights feel, like they just have. I might actually put a riser, is what I actually might do, is get another riser and like lift them up so that they're a little bit above the war dogs. But I really like how this looks. Okay, good. I was like really concerned that I wasn't actually in camera. And then the top feels nice and dense. I like it. It looks good too because I feel like it matches. Here, open the door. I feel like it matches the vibe we've got going on in the other trays. So, looks pretty good. I'm very happy with it. Obviously, we didn't fully fill the trays and there's tons left to take care of. I've really made quite the mess of this space while doing this, but progress requires a mess to be made sometimes. And I'm excited that we have gotten this started. It's one of the things that I think has been weighing on me a little bit, so it's really good to actually have. I almost turned into the doors. Having these out, it looks cool. It's going to be a nice little thing for me to view as I climb my stairs, which I'm very excited about. And overall, I'm very happy with how things are going. And this is like old Necrons and our previous color scheme, and then unpainted Necrons. Completely unpainted. Still just in gray plastic, no primer, nothing. Yeah, please make sure to join me tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. for the Warhammer preview stream. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. There always tend to be a blast, and who knows, maybe we'll cry a little bit together about our further disappointment in Games Workshop. But in the meantime, I had a blast today. Thank you for hanging out with me and keeping me entertained while I went ahead and put away some of my very, very, very painted and beautiful miniatures. Oh, so gorgeous. I'm really tooting my own horn here. They're nice. They're good. But it is nice to have them out. Like, genuinely a great thing to have available. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with that. I hope you had a wonderful time, that you have a great rest of your evening, and that you get some hobbying done if you're into that sort of thing. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow morning, and I'm going to go get some dinner now. I'm hungry. I am so hungry that I can't even finish or like formulate complete sentences. That is where I've gotten to. All right, stream is ending. Goodbye, everybody. See ya. I'm gonna go eat some food now. Bye.